Do you need to go on a gluten-free diet? Coming up. Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy, and on this channel we give you health and wealth tips to help you be successful. Now I get a lot of questions about whether or not someone should go on a gluten-free diet. You've probably seen it everywhere. It's on all the packages now. It says kosher, gluten-free, vegan, whatever it might be, vegetarian. But gluten-free is a really hot topic right now. Today I'm filming from Crazy Horse National Monument. Right behind me, that's Crazy Horse. He's a famous Native American Indian hero. And I'm in South Dakota. So I wanted to share this video with you. I want to give you a little more information about gluten-free because somebody just asked me about it. If you look at the studies, there's been a lot of studies done on whether or not you should go on a gluten-free. And the bottom line is that most scientists think that there isn't much benefit to going on a gluten-free diet. They think you really don't need one. So they don't think that people need to avoid wheat. Now, let me talk a little bit more about the research I've done and people that I've worked with and a lot of other stuff I've read. There's also the flip side. Myself, I'm actually allergic to gluten. So I had some rashes on my skin. I went in and did a food allergy test. If you've never done that, I really recommend you do an allergy test for your respiratory and a food allergy test on your skin. And I'll tell you why. If you think about Olympic athletes, in the old days, they had a record of, what was it, like 5 minutes, I think, for the mile. It was a huge deal. I think his name was Bannister, the first person, he was an American, that broke the 5-minute mile mark. That was a big deal. Now people are breaking 4 minutes. Why have we improved so much? Well, we've learned to improve on things. So you, as a person that's looking to improve your health, get high performance, make yourself smarter, live longer, all that kind of stuff, we want to use all the science that's around us, right? We want to use as much as we have. And one of those things is getting an allergy test. I did an allergy test. I felt that they usually rate things from like low, medium to high allergic value. I was basically a medium for wheat. So I avoid wheat. I don't eat wheat, which is gluten. Gluten is a protein that's in wheat and some other types of grains. And some people are allergic to it. So it causes a lot of gastrointestinal problems. And what I've read is 70 to 80% of people are allergic to gluten. So one of the main reasons is that, you may remember back in the 80s, we used to see a lot of videos on TV of people dying of starvation, like in Africa and stuff like that. And it was really unfortunate. And what did we do? Well, we started inventing different types of bioengineered foods, soy, rice, wheat, sorghum, etc. And that allowed us to increase our production capacity. We created a lot more food and we solved a lot of those problems. Now, we still have some problems with hunger in the world, but it's usually not because of production. It's usually because of geopolitical issues or distribution issues. So that's one of the main reasons why we don't get the food to where it needs to be at the right time. But as for production, we have more than enough production for people. It's just, again, like I said, geopolitical issues. So wheat is one of those things. The United States bioengineered wheat that was much more bountiful. It had shorter growing seasons, and what we did was we went down to Mexico in the 70s. Mexico has a perfect growing season. Right in the middle of the country, you can grow year-round there. So we planted many crops for wheat, soy. We did a lot of genetic engineering with these foods, and we made crops that were higher yields. Now that food tends to cause a lot more allergies in people, and that's why they believe that a lot more people are allergic to wheat. Now, again, 70-80% of people are believed to be allergic to it, but they don't show symptoms. So what's the difference? Well, if you have a low-level allergic reaction to something, it's going to cause inflammation in your body. So if you have inflammation, it's going to cause more aging, it's going to cause cancers, it's going to cause other health problems, it's going to cause joint problems, etc., etc. So you want to cut out those low-level irritants in your body. It's almost like drinking a beer every day. A beer may not do anything to you, but if you're doing it every day, that it's going to cause inflammation, it's going to cause you health problems over time. You want to try to avoid that. So the same thing goes with gluten. So generally speaking, it's not real good to eat a lot of wheat, or probably try to avoid it. The best thing to do is to take an allergy test and find out, in fact, if you are allergic to it. But if you can't, or would rather not, generally speaking, it's better just to avoid it. Now, I see in the store a lot of gluten-free products, And I don't recommend those at all. I think those are terrible. I've tried them myself. First of all, they're highly processed. And a lot of them are made out of things that are not any better than wheat, actually worse. A lot of the bread you eat is really nasty. It's really thick and heavy, and it tastes like you're eating cardboard, and it's made out of rice. And rice has a lot of sugar in it. So that's not any better. You don't want to eat concentrated sugar in your bread or your bagel or whatever it is. It's not any better for you. So in general, gluten-free products are not real good for you. There are very few that may be okay for you, but they're not real easy to find. They usually sell them at Whole Foods, and they're really expensive. And they're made out of things like spelt. Spelt is healthy for you, or barley, that's good for you, but those are not real common. So in general, it's not worth the extra expense to buy gluten-free. It's better just to avoid it, especially if you have problems with inflammation, you have gastrointestinal problems, anti-aging, or performance issues. They've done tests on athletes and where they take out the gluten in their diet, and they actually perform much better. So anyway, that's a quick overview of gluten-free. But the bottom line is it's not a good idea to buy the products. It's probably better to just avoid wheat. Okay, thank you again for listening. And from South Dakota, this is Ernesto from AttaBoyCowBoy. Bye-bye.